Here's the ultimate test for the Acolyte. Does it make Attack of the Clones look good?
I don't know. I still haven't rewatched it in like 20 years. Last time I watched it completely was when it was in theaters. Then the first run. Look. There's a difference between how I feel about that and The Last Jedi. I hate The Last Jedi. I'm indifferent towards Attack of the Clones. It's just not spectacular.
Does it make The Last Jedi look good?
No.
Attack of the Clones had some good in it.
Yeah, the clones.
Like Vader. There's still some good in him. I can feel it.
I mean,
No, I don't even know what my problem with Attack of the Clones is. That's the bad part. I think it's just that, like, to my mind, it's seemingly nothing happens. And yet I know things happen. Like, I know obviously the war starts and everything. But it's like, okay, first you have just that entire stupid sequence with, so Count Dooku is going to pay a guy, Jango Fett, who's going to pay a shapeshifter, who's going to send a robot that's going to deploy some bugs to kill Padme, instead of just, like, firing his jetpack missile into her apartment, you know, or just, like, shooting the place up with the Slave One or something. Like, this ridiculous chain of events that somehow still gets traced back to Count Dooku.
I don't think it was a Django got paid to go do that. He did to destroy, to, like, try to kill her at the start of the movie.
Yeah, he was being paid because, remember, Newt Gunray wanted her dead, and that was a condition of him joining.
I think after that it was an open contract.
No, he hired Sam Wessel.
Look, I've never played the game, so I don't know.
It's in the movie. That's how I know this. It's in the movie.
Okay.
Owen? Does Jango Fett hire Sam Wessel?
It's been a while.
Trust me. Go home and rewatch it. Tell me all about it.
Why don't you rewatch?
Why don't we?
Because I'm convinced. You're the one that needs to be convinced.
Why don't we all rewatch it?
We should. We should figure. We need to figure out when we can do that, to watch some movies and, like, record our reactions and stuff. But yeah, so you've got that part. You've got. I know Anakin is in that phase where he is, like, the arrogant hothead, but, like, that gets kind of annoying.
You find out why Tatooine's the best place to hide Luke.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of the parts of Anakin are good. Then you have the sand, and, like, the meme value in that is great. That justifies the entire existence of the movie. But, like, in the movie, that's terrible dialogue.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, that scene where they're riding around the giant things where he's kind of bouncing around, you can tell there's literally nothing there. It's all green screen.
Yep.
You know, it's just not good looking. You've got those.
Those, I believe, are nerfed, by the way.
That would make sense. It's nerf or nothing.
Nerf
I know
herder.
It's a nerf herder. I know. You've got that. You've got just everything is drawn out with the arena and all that crap. Like, it just feels like things are happening, but not. And then you finally get to the war, and then the movie just stops.
And then when the next movie starts, the war's ending.
Yes. Now, I take that out on Attack of the Clones, even though Revenge of the Sith also bears some responsibility there. But, like, Revenge of the Sith, like, the rest of the movie's great, so I don't care.
But if the movies weren't set up like that, we wouldn't have gotten both Clone Wars series.
It's true.
Well, I have argued since the movies came out that George Lucas should have in fact made a trilogy of movies between 2 and 3 about the Clone Wars. Each one, like, have one of them basically just be an adaptation of the novel Shatterpoint. Follow Mace Windu into Star Wars Space Vietnam. You know, that book was excellent. Just do that. Have one of them about, Ki-Adi Mundi, if you can somehow make a whole plot around him. Have each of them be about some of the other Jedi, so that we get to know them, we flesh out their characters, we get to know some of the clones, we get to see some of the intricacies of how both the armies work. Most important of all, we don't just completely ignore the fact we have one of the greatest living actors ever in our movies, that we're just going to have in the last 10 minutes of one and the first 10 minutes of the other one, and then kill him. That'd be Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
And because he was criminally underused.
He was.
Have Visage Ventress in live action. Have more of the Emperor.
Let us get emotionally attached to the Jedi.
Yeah, you know.
Plo Koon.
Have a throwaway line about. Actually, this had to be before the Clone Wars. Have a throwaway line about the outbound flight. You know what I'm talking about there? The Zahn books.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'd have all that stuff, and then whenever Order 66 hits, you're like, oh my god, Plo Koon just died, and not, oh, forehead guy got killed. He really shouldn't have gotten in front of his troops like that. How did he not see that coming?
Kiata-Mundi's,
you know,
the forehead guy. Plo Koon's the masked guy, the fighter.
Fine. But Plo Koon also, man, Plo Koon, why'd you get in front of your? Why did all of you get in front of your troops?
You know, we could have gotten attached to Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
You know, Tendril head guy who gets killed by Palpatine.
Yeah. There you go. Just make each one about the people that went up and just get murdered by Palpatine right there. Like, oh man, that guy just went down like a chump. Like, oh, is it Kit Fisto who like kind of put up a fight for like one block, or was that Aegon Kolar? I think it's
Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
The horn guy's the one that dies immediately.
Yeah, him and is it Sacy-10? I think of the two that just get it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Those are all named Jedi now.
Yeah.
What about the one with the headdress, like Soka's race, who's died 3 different ways?
I was going to say, so we can determine which way she actually dies.
Yes. Does she get killed by Grievous on the invisible hand?
That's a deleted scene. I prefer the Force Unleashed.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, it's either Grievous on the invisible hand, killed by Anakin during Order 66, or killed by Galen Merrick.
Starkiller.
Yeah.
On Felucia.
But yeah, do that to flesh out everything. You could still do it now. I mean, you know, aside from Mace Windu, most of those Jedi are in makeup. And Samuel L. Jackson looks close enough still.
He'd be way willing to do it.
I'm sure we could de-age him just a little bit. I mean, it's obviously going to be stunt work for a lot of stuff, but alright. But now we have the added benefit of have one of them be about Anakin and Ahsoka. Actually, like, reverse engineer her in, and then, like, make a couple scenes in Revenge of the Sith where he and Obi-Wan are talking about her, because that's after she left the Order.
Yeah.
You know, so that now it all fits together.
Yeah.
Like, it could easily be done. And that's why Disney is run by incompetent morons.
Thank you for watching. This has been a Geek Cabal video, Echoes of a Whisper. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. The link to the actual podcast this is from is in the description of the video if you want to see the entire thing, which we obviously encourage you to do. But otherwise, if you enjoyed what you saw, you know, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscriptions and all the rest is definitely appreciated. Comments, as always. But just in general, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. And check out the other videos we have here on the channel. See you later.